Hello, happy Friday. I hope I'm finding you in a good place. I just wanted to mention the subject of foul language. Like some people refer to it as bad words or cursing or cussing. I was listening to the radio earlier. I was listening to an NPR, which is National Public Radio. It's one of my favorite stations. I listen to it almost every day. And there was a commercial on it about tomorrow's episode of Freakonomics. And Freakonomics is another favorite subject of mine. I I don't know if any of you have heard of. I think there's I think there's a Freakonomics movie, and I think there might possibly be a Freakonomics book. But I'm familiar with the Freakonomics um, radio program. Well, anyway, their next subject tomorrow is going to be about uh, the use of curse words, and I was very intrigued by that. I guess they're going to discuss the history of cursing and whether cursing's gotten worse over the years. And I was just wondering how many of you out there in my friend circle curse. I mean, some of them have cursed to me, and some of them I've never heard them curse, so I don't know. Um, it's not something I typically use in my language, and it's not something I use like when I'm not really a cursor. Like, I may mention what someone else, like a bad word that someone else said, but I don't actually use it in my speech. And I've noticed to some people it like slips out of their mouths. I mean, what does it mean when it slips? Does that mean you can't control it, or it's it's in there and you didn't want it to come out, but it came out? And is there uh, times when you feel like cussing is necessary? Do you feel like your point comes across better sometimes when you cuss, or when you're in a really intense argument? Do you cuss just because out of emotion, or do you cuss because you feel like that's the only way that person will listen? I'm just interested in some of your reasons for cussing, and also if you don't cuss, your reasons for not cursing. Is it in if it's something that you have to work at controlling, or is it just not something that's a part of your speech? I'm just curious as to people's opinions on the subject of foul language. And do some of you see it as a sign of someone being uh, on a higher, farther along on their spiritual path, so to speak, if they don't cuss, or you see someone as spiritual authority over you if they don't cuss, or is you just see it as a choice of how they speak? Just thought I'd throw those out there. If you wanted to comment on that, you're welcome to. I was just wondering about that promotion for that program kind of made me think about those things, but I'm definitely going to be listening to that program tomorrow, or I'm going to try to listen to that program tomorrow. Hopefully, I remember. Well, love you all. Um, God bless. God bless. Yahweh bless.